Hello, I'm Maria from the Richardson's Homeschool Life. Today's Tuesday, so we're back with another vlog. I thought today we'd just have a look at the curriculum that me and Sean had devised and would see what's working and what's not working. So I said I'd come back and let you know about it. So what I'm going to do is just run through Monday and Tuesdays today and tell you what we're doing, well, what we put on the curriculum first of all, what we're doing, how we're doing it, or what resources we're using, and also if there's anything that we've decided no, we're not going to bother with that. So without further ado, we'll make a start. Today's Monday. I'm actually filming this on a Monday, although I've just said it's Tuesday and I'm back with another vlog. It's because you will see this on Tuesday, but I'm actually filming it on the Monday. So Sean is doing Monday's work at the moment. So I wrote it all on a little bit of paper, a bit like, do you remember when if any of you went to school yourselves and they used to say the first day of term you had to write out, you know, all your lessons that you went to, and it was like this bit of paper with lines going down and the times and the days, and you fill in what lessons you were going to. Well, that's roughly how I've wrote it. Old fashioned, I know, but yeah, that's how I wrote it. So if anybody says to me, Maria, do you have a planner? The answer is no. I don't work from a planner. It's just jotted on a bit of scrap paper, and all the work we do, should anybody need to see it, is all if I just swing around in trays there. We've got the top two off because Sean's working on Mondays and I'm going to show you Mondays and Tuesdays. So swing you back round. So yeah, and reading books are up there, as you can see, all the ones so she can see what she wants, pick one and read. So yeah, that's all we've got. We don't use a planner, just a scrap bit of paper done the old-fashioned way, and everything's in a folder. She dates the work each day, what she's doing, so by looking through you can see what days and when she's done what. So I just thought I'd say that because I picked my scrap bit of paper up. So Monday, we always start the day with some Bible reading. We'll read a few scriptures, but today on Monday, as we have been doing for a while, we've been reading that book, Archeology of the Bible. So we're working through that. At the moment, we're on the background just before the New Testament, you know, about all the Romans and Rome taking over, and so we're sort of doing all the background to that at the moment, and that will then lead into the New Testament period. A really good book, very colourful, excellent book. I have showed it you before, so if you want to have a look, just skip back a few or quite a few episodes and you'll see. So yeah, we are doing that on the Mondays. And now maths, she'd finished most of the blue books, but she'd got 2 blue books left. And we reached through. She's just done one. We've got this one, Money Fractions and Telling the Time. Ignore the age group because Sean does struggle with maths, so I think any kind of maths that she can accomplish is better than no maths at all. And as I'm always saying, the basics are the most important. So she's working through this one. She's been doing it a while. I didn't buy these books at the start of year 7. I was trying to do year 7 maths and realising it wasn't working. So I'm not sure. I did get these some point during that year, but she's been working on it sort of the latter end of year 7 and year 8 and now on year 9. She does a page a day. I know it's not a great deal, but you know, it's what Sean can do. So each day she does page. She's got quite a few pages left of that. And they're on times at the moment, clock telling the time. Because I find that a lot of children today, they can do digital time, but show them a clock face, they struggle with it a bit. And Sean is one of them. So that's an important thing, I think, that needs to be learnt. So yeah, as you go past the clocks, because it's a mixture, then it's got like you question ones, puzzle ones, you know, where you have to say here it's got Megan went to a birthday party at 11:30. Her dad came to pick her up from the party for 4 hours, and 45 minutes later, what time did she leave the party? So things to sit and think and work out. So it's got some of them in there as well. I do like those actually. So we've got, and there's money at the back as well. That's another important one, learning money. So we've got quite a few pages of that left to do. So it will be finished before obviously she breaks up next July, so I'll look around, see what maths we can find to do then. But I keep saying we're going to do some business maths, working on the business books, my husband's business books, so take some of them and for her to work through some of them. But we'll see, we'll get these books done and we'll see. So we use this book now Monday and Tuesday. We do this one for both. So she's just done one for Monday and tomorrow morning now, which is today as you're watching it, Tuesday. She'll do another one. And then that'll go up till next Monday then. So that's what she's doing for maths on Monday and Tuesday. English, now she's actually working on some English at the moment. I don't know if I can just swing you around maybe and she'll see what she's doing. So like I say, Sean's working on some English, and what we do on a Monday is English short story writing, but we're also incorporating poetry into it. So she might have a short story in her head and she'll write a short story, which she did on the first one we did, but the last two she's been writing poetry. She quite enjoys writing poetry, so that's what she's doing. So that is Mondays, what we do on a Monday. Now Tuesday, we do topic work on a Tuesday. So she's got a nice big book here. And I've said to her, right, you pick a topic. I'm not giving her a topic. I say to her, you pick a topic and we'll study it. See if we can study it the length of each half term, you know, or maybe we'll get a couple in a term, depends what the topic is she's chosen. Well, this time she's chosen Everest to start. So she's been writing all about Everest. She's done this now, I think, over 2 weeks. So she's done all about Everest on the first one. She covered the history of Everest and climbing and what the mountain is like, all the background information. And she's got a picture there and stuck it in of Everest. Last week she did a couple of the mountaineers who attempted to climb Everest and the history of them. So she covered George Mallory. Who else have you done on there?
That was it, Mum.
Oh, you just did George Mallory. I thought she'd done two.
You told me to do one person.
Oh, I told you to do one. Oh.
Andrew Irvine's in that, and they were both together.
All right. Oh, there was two together. That's where I'm getting the two from. Two people climbed it together. So yeah, as you can see, she's covered all of his expeditions. I was thinking she'd just like write a rough thing about it, and she goes into massive detail on everything. So we've got to get a picture now this week. We're going to find a picture, or today, of this guy and put a picture of him on. Or what we're going to do is do a few more mountaineers, people who were successful, and at the end we'll put a picture of the people she's mentioned in it. So yeah, it's early days, not a lot in it yet, but obviously by the time we get through and get to next year, then we'll have quite a few in there, hopefully, quite a bit of topic work, interesting things. So she's enjoyed doing that because she's picking her own topic, which I think is far better because she's happier to study it. And as you can see from what she's written, she'll really go into depth and get more from it. So yeah, that's Tuesday's English. Now, back to my fantastic planner. On Mondays we do the Key Stage 3 Science, which you've seen this book before, the Collins Science book. We've got probably enough to get us to February, half term in there. So that's a little book that goes with it because they ask you questions and she has to write her answers in there. So yeah, so she's continuing working on that. She's not majorly thrilled with it. Some things are okay, but most things she's not so keen with. I'm going to bring you down a bit because I don't think you can see the books very well, can you? There. Yeah, so most things she's not. I say if you get stuck, just look at the answer, see what the answer tells you, and see if you can make sense between the question and the answer. But at the same time, go back and read through the module that it's referring to. Because everything's in modules. I've showed you the books before, everything's in modules with questions at the end and then sort of big question pages. to see what you've learned and go over things. So we just tell her do that until we work through the book. But I think sort of February half term, definitely Easter, that one will be finished. I don't know what we'll do in place of it yet. We'll decide that when the time comes. So yeah, that's that. Pop that there. So that's Monday with science. Also Monday we now do a nature study one, but we've not been able to go out because of Sean's foot. So we've been doing nature studies at home, going through things, learning things. So far she's done about conkers, the horse chestnut tree, with the picture of conquering. And last week she researched about the hedgehog, and she's read about the hedgehog, and as you can see a picture in. And today she said, well, tomorrow, it's today. She's going to do about, what was it, a magpie, the bird, the magpie. She wants to research a magpie. So that's what she's going to be doing later. So that was the nature studies while we're confined to the house. Once we can get out and about a bit, we'll do a bit of a mixture of outdoors and indoor things, you know. Depends on the weather as well. So we'll do that. So yeah, Tuesday now, I've just said about her English doing her topics of her choice. Now on Tuesday she does the geography, which I look in the Tuesday book. And she's still working through the Collins Key Stage 3. She's got a couple more weeks left of that, I think. Not very many. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more weeks left to do with that. So that should be definitely finished by Christmas. Geography then, what she wants to do is go through the countries, learn about countries and go through them, you know, all about different aspects of a country, how rich it is, people in it, all different things. What she'll actually write, we'll see, but we'll look at that when the time comes. But at the moment, she's still doing that on a Tuesday. So, and art, she does art as well on a Tuesday. Now she's got an art book for drawing in here. Oh, it's under my hand. I wonder where it was, I'm holding it. So yeah, she's got an art book for drawing. She's done 1 drawing in it so far. But what she's doing for art at the moment is more crafting. She just did a Ukrainian coat of arms, but she didn't want to colour it. But what she's doing at the moment is mostly crafting, because Lisa has done the children, like, you know how you get advent calendars at Christmas? She's done them advent calendars for Halloween. So she's got them all little gifts, mostly crafting things, and wrapped them up and numbered them for each day. So each day they've got one to open. Sometimes they've got a sweet with it, and sometimes it's like crafting things, so that they can gradually do all these crafting items, put them in the bedroom, and they've got like all Halloween themed and decorations in the bedroom. So she's been doing a lot of Halloween things at the moment for art on this afternoon, Tuesday afternoons. So yeah, I'm confusing you and I'm confusing me by saying I'm filming on Monday and I'm referring to it as Tuesday because you're going to see it on Tuesday. Get you right again. So yeah, that's what she's doing, mainly craft things from these gifts that Lisa's been giving her from the I keep wanting to say Easter, Halloween Advent. If I have said Easter, I apologise, it's Halloween Advent she's made them. So yeah, and I think she's got some door things to colour at the moment. I don't know, can you just reach it behind me, Sean? I popped it on top of your Sharpie pens, look. Thank you. So I think she's got to do one of these, and I don't know what else that she'll have to do, but she'll be doing them for her art for the next week or 2. So yeah, otherwise she draws in a book, or it, you know, if there is something special going on, she'll be doing something to do with that. And other than that then, which we do every day, is a read alouds. Now you can see the books up there, and I said to Sean, pick which one, because I'd put in some of my Laura Ingalls Little House on the Prairie series, and she sort of said, oh, I don't want to read that for. And so I put the books up there, which is quite nice because you can see the titles and what they are. And I said, right, pick what you want to start reading first this term. And she actually picked the Laura Ingalls book. So she's finished the first one. I think that was on the banks of Plum Creek, or was it Little House in the Woods? Actually, it might have been Little House in the Woods. Yeah, sorry, it was Little House in the Woods that she started first. Today she starts now Little House on the Prairie, and the following one's on the banks of Plum Creek. So yeah, she's picked them and she's quite enjoying them. So that surprised me that she picked them first, because I thought perhaps she wouldn't pick them. Perhaps we'd end up using them for English literature instead, which I'll tell you about next week. I'll tell you about that. But now she picked them first of all to read, so it's quite nice. And it's quite nice sitting listening to them again as well. I quite like that. So yeah, that's what we've been doing Monday and Tuesday. Quite happy with all of that. There's nothing that we're going to change. Like I say, nature studies will be indoors and outdoors, but at the moment, with the leg being the way it is, it'll be indoors at the moment, which isn't so bad, because I mean, at least you can do research and things. When we go outdoors, we'll be able to see things, and she'll perhaps take more photographs as well for her photography things, which is also a bit awkward at the moment, given how her leg's been. But we'll talk about that next week. So yeah, that's okay. Science is the only thing at the moment. I mean, at the moment we're doing all right because we've got the book, but that's the only thing I'm not sure what we're going to be doing when that changes. We'll think about that when the time comes. That's the thing, I look too far ahead and I don't know what we're doing, but all of a sudden things just come, or she'll say something and there it is. It just comes naturally. So all this trying to force lessons and you know, trying to plan things, it's a bit of a waste of time really, because things just come naturally sometimes. Either it comes to you and you'll go, oh, what about, or such and such be a good idea, or we could do something this way. Or she'll come to me and go, you know, I want to learn about this, or I'd like to research that. And it just comes on its own. So there's no need to try and plan too much. Everything I now realise, like once upon a time I was really strict to sticking to the plans, and I was strict to the fact that we got to follow Key Stage 3 to the letter, because I didn't know any different. But now I don't feel like that at all. Don't feel whatsoever like that. Now I just think, don't worry about it. Everything just comes to you. It just comes naturally. If you're not sure, they tell you. They'll, you know, Sean will always tell me what she wants to do. If I'm like, oh, this isn't working, or what should we do? And Sean will say, well, I want to study this. So it's there already. So there's no need to worry about planning too much. Hence, I don't bother with a planner. I don't write in what we've done or how long we've done anything. I don't worry like that, because we're just, like I say, it's just my scrap bit of paper which has got all sorts of other things written on it as well, not just what lesson order we were going to do on what day, because a lot of it might not get stuck to anyway and it'll change, but it was just a guidance. And what's in the tubs, and she dates everything that she does as well, so you can see what day she's done what. So I don't bother with planners, don't bother with anything, just learn to go with the flow, and we get so much more from doing that, I think. So yeah, like I said, that's Monday and Tuesdays. Now next week I'll come back and we'll go through what we're doing Wednesday and Thursday. Now that's working out, because like I say, we're not going to change nothing at all. Geography will stay the same. She wants to learn about countries, so we've only got those few pages left in geography. We'll finish that book, which she doesn't mind that one too much, and she's going to do countries then and research countries. So I'll let you know when that does start. It'll probably be more like toward Christmas time, when we can see what's happening there, or after Christmas, and I can show you how that's panned out and how she wants to take it, because probably let her take it the way she wants to take it. So yeah, we do know we're keeping geography up, but it's just going to be countries. And science, like I say, I don't know what we'll do when the book ends. It will be early next year when it ends, but I don't know what we'll replace with science. Maybe we'll just do lots of experiments, I don't know. Like I say, it'll come to us and we'll see. We'll decide. It'll just happen. So yeah, next week now we'll go through Wednesdays and Thursdays, what we're doing on those days and how that's panning out, and if there's anything we want to get rid of, anything, you know, that she's just not taken to, or things that she does want to do, or maybe want to do things differently. So we'll go through that next week, Wednesday and Thursdays next week. So yes, that'll be that for now. Updates on what's going on. Sean's leg, she's actually had it out of plaster. I was saying last week that she was going on the Friday, the 7th, to hopefully have a plaster removed. I thought they'd have given her another x-ray to check it was okay, but they didn't. They just took her straight in, went straight to the plaster room and had the plaster taken off. They put like a splint thing on it now to support each side, and it fastens across with Velcro. So her ankle's like supported. They've said to leave that on for 2 weeks and she can take it off, and that'll be that. They've signed her off from the fracture clinic, but she has signed on into the therapy centre at the hospital now, which will be for some physiotherapy. We've not had an appointment through yet, but maybe this week, next week, we'll get an appointment through. So I don't know what they'll do there. Probably give her some leg movements, check her walking and things like that. She was a bit nervous of it at first. It was like when she first broke it and had the plaster on, she was lifting one leg off because she wasn't sure how to put it down, and you know, how to gauge how far to put her foot down, because it's a bit nerve-wracking, isn't it? So yeah, she's starting to stand on it now and move a bit, and it's a little bit awkward, I suppose, because she's got the splint at the side as well. But hopefully she'll soon sort of get stronger and stronger on it, so we won't have to go to physio much. I'm hoping by the time she goes, she'll be able to do pretty much what they want her to do, and they'll say, oh, here's some sheets, practice doing some at home, we don't need to see you again. I'm hoping, but we'll see anyway. So yeah, that's that. That's on the mend, so that's good. So just avoid curbs in future. Drop curbs are fine. She gave me the evil look. So yeah, all's going well there. Apart from that, we've had nothing exciting happening over the weekend. It's been a quiet weekend actually. Not really done much other than go shopping. We always go shopping on a Saturday, but that's about it really. It was quite busy last week though. We went shopping. It was absolutely rammed. I don't know why, but it was really full. So I think we're going to go on a Friday this week. Later on Friday, we'll see. But yeah, other than that, but I do quite like going shopping because the shops now are so full of all seasonal delights. I love it. I'm up and down the aisle and Dean's saying, you don't want nothing up that aisle. I'm just looking. You've got to do it. He's walking behind me going, come on. But no, I have to look, and I love the toy section. I'm there forever. Doesn't hurt to look. So yeah, that's that. So now I'm going to see you on Tuesday next week, and like I said, we'll go through Wednesdays and Thursdays next week, and I'll tell you what we're doing on those days and whether we're altering anything. So until then, have a good week, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.